The audience was primed for a regular show. James Corden, with his signature smile, and Johnny Depp, with that enigmatic aura, chatted backstage. The show was about to start as usual: light jokes, Hollywood memories. But no one in the room could imagine that this interview on Loose Men would become the biggest scandal of 2025. But first, here's how it began. Subscribe to the channel and in the comments, write what time you're watching this video. And now, the start of the interview. Introduction of the host and the guest. The spotlight cuts through the studio. The camera glides over the audience: laughter, applause, anticipation. James Corden sits at the desk, legs crossed, microphone in hand. His voice warm like coffee with milk, but with a sharp aftertaste. Welcome to Loose Men, where men talk about everything. Today, we have a guest who needs no introduction. Johnny Depp. Applause thunders. Depp enters slowly, with that walk like he's on a film set. Black suit, rings on his fingers, hair tousled but calculated. He smiles, crooked, mysterious. Sits across from Corden. Handshake firm, but brief. Johnny, glad to see you here. You look, as always, mysterious. Depp nods. His eyes dark, impenetrable. Thanks, James. It's nice to be in a place where you can just talk. The camera focuses on their faces. Corden open, energetic. Depp reserved, with a shadow of fatigue under his eyes. The audience laughs at Corden's first joke about pirates. So, Johnny, Pirates of the Caribbean, that's already a legend. But let's talk real life. What do you do when you're not playing roles? Depp looks into the camera, as if forgetting Corden for a moment. I paint. Play guitar. Drink wine. Live. Pause. Corden nods, but his smile widens. Sounds romantic. But Hollywood, it's not just wine. It's business. You've been through a lot of storms. The word storms hangs in the air. Depp doesn't move. His fingers grip the edge of the table, barely noticeable. The camera catches it. The audience quiets. Yeah, storms, Depp repeats. Voice low, even. But I'm still afloat. Corden leans forward. You're a tough guy. After everything that happened, courts, press. How do you hold up? Depp sips water from the glass. The liquid sloshes quietly. I hold up because I have the truth on my side. The word truth, like a stone in a pond. Corden smiles, but his eyes gleam. Truth is interesting. In Hollywood, truth often depends on who's telling the story. Depp looks at him. Straight. Or on who's paying for it. The audience laughs nervously. Corden raises an eyebrow. Whoa, Johnny. You accusing someone? No. Just an observation. Depp leans back. His smile thin, like a blade. The show continues. Corden shifts to lighter topics: movies, music. But each question has a hook. You always play eccentrics. Is that because you're an eccentric yourself? Depp laughs short. Maybe. Or because normalcy is boring. The camera zooms on his hands. Rings glint under the light. Corden touches his microphone. Normalcy. What's normal for you? Family? Friends? Depp pauses. Longer than needed. Family is everything. But sometimes, it hurts. The word hurts, quiet, but the studio hears. The audience freezes. Corden doesn't look away. Hurts? Tell us. Depp looks at the glass. The water trembles faintly. Not today. Corden smiles. Okay. Let's talk success. You're an icon. But icons fall. How did you rise after everything? After what? Depp's voice gets quieter. After the scandals. Amber. The trial. The name hangs. Depp doesn't blink. His jaw clenches. The camera catches it, a micro movement. The audience whispers. Amber, Depp repeats. Slowly. You want to talk about that? Corden nods. People want to know your side. My side? It was already in court. Depp looks into the camera. But the press loves drama. Corden leans in. Drama sells. You know that better than anyone. Pause. Depp swallows. Yeah. Sells. Like lies do. The word lies, sharp. The audience inhales. Corden smiles, but his eyes are cold. Lies? You accusing someone specific? Depp doesn't answer right away. His fingers drum on the table, quietly. I'm accusing the system. The one where truth becomes a commodity. Corden nods. The system. And you're in it, a victim or a player? Depp looks at him. Long, maybe both. Tension builds. Corden changes topic to new projects. Your new film. What's it about? Depp relaxes slightly. About a man who loses control. Corden laughs. Sounds autobiographical. Depp doesn't laugh. Maybe. The camera focuses on Depp's eyes. They darken. Corden continues. Control, key word. You always control your image. But after the trial, did you lose it? Depp pauses. Glass in hand. I didn't lose it. It was taken from me. By who? Corden presses. Those who believe the lies. Depp looks aside. For a moment, vulnerability. The audience is silent. Corden smiles. Lies. You say that a lot. But the court decided everything. Depp turns back. Court isn't the end. The press continues. Corden leans in. The press, that's us. You accusing us? Pause. Depp looks straight at him. Maybe. Electricity in the air. The camera holds the shot. The audience doesn't breathe. Corden continues. Let's talk past. Your childhood. It shaped you? Depp nods. Yeah. Poverty. Moves. And violence? Corden quietly. Depp freezes. Violence? You talked about it in interviews. Depp grips the glass. Not like that. Corden doesn't back off. But in the context of Amber. The name again. Depp looks down. Then up. You want me to talk about her? Corden nods. People want the truth. Truth? Depp's voice rises. Slightly. Yes. The first crack. Corden smiles. Yes. Your truth versus hers. Depp pauses. Long, my truth, it's not for the show. But his eyes gleam. Jaw clenched. The camera catches the breath, deep, uneven. Silence thickens. The studio waits. Light sharpens. The microphone captures the quiet, loud as thunder. Depp looks into the camera. But if you insist. Pause. The audience freezes. Corden doesn't blink. Something broke. The silence stretches. Depp's words, but if you insist, hang like smoke in the studio air. Corden's smile falters for a split second, a crack in his polished facade. The audience shifts in their seats, the rustle of fabric amplified in the hush. The camera holds tight on Depp's face, eyes narrowed, jaw set, a vein pulsing faintly at his temple. Corden clears his throat, microphone crackling softly. Johnny, we're here to talk. No pressure. Depp leans forward, elbows on the table. His voice drops, but it's sharper now, edged. Pressure? That's all this is. You poke, I bleed for ratings. The word bleed lands hard. Audience murmurs ripple. Corden tilts his head, maintaining that host's calm. We're just having a conversation. About truth, like you said. Truth. Depp repeats it, tasting the word. His fingers tighten around the glass, knuckles whitening. You want my truth? Fine. The truth is, I was painted as a monster. By her. By the media. And people like you let it happen. Corden doesn't blink. Painted? The trial cleared things up, didn't it? Depp's laugh is bitter, short, a bark without humor. Cleared? It exposed the rot. How headlines twist facts. How one side gets amplified, the other silenced. The studio lights feel harsher now, casting long shadows across the desk. The camera operator zooms in, capturing the sweat beading on Depp's brow. Corden adjusts his tie, a subtle tell. Silenced? You're here, talking. That's not silence. Depp's eyes flash. This isn't talking. This is spectacle. You bring me on, dangle the past like bait. Why? Because amber trends. Because pain sells. The name drops again, amber, like a grenade pin pulled. The audience gasps, a collective intake. Corden leans back, but his voice stays even, surgical. Pain? Is that what this is for you? Depp pauses, breath audible through the mic. Yes. Pain. From lies that cost me roles, friends, my name. His voice rises, controlled but cracking at the edges. She accused me, and the world believed. No proof needed when it's a good story. Corden presses, calm as ice. But there was proof. In court. Proof? Depp slams the glass down, water sloshes over the rim. The sound echoes. Her proof? Staged photos? Tears on cue? I had bruises too. But no one cared. The confrontation ignites. Corden's eyes narrow. You're saying it was all an act? Depp stands halfway, chair scraping back. I'm saying it was manipulation. And you, the press, the shows, you fed it. 4 clicks. 4 views. Audience whispers turn to murmurs. Someone in the back row shifts uncomfortably. Corden holds up a hand, placating. Johnny, sit down. We're not the enemy. Aren't you? Depp's voice booms now, unrestrained. His face reddens, the enigmatic star peeling away to reveal raw fury. You invite me here, pretend it's friendly. Then dig into wounds that haven't healed. Corden's composure slips, his smile gone, replaced by a tight line. This is loose, men. We talk real. Real? Depp spits the word. Real is me waking up to headlines calling me abuser. Real is losing my career while she walks free, profiting off the narrative. The studio falls pin drop silent. The camera doesn't cut away, it's locked on the duel. Depp's chest heaves, breath ragged. Corden stares, calculating. You sound angry, Johnny. Damn right I'm angry. Depp's words slice through. Angry at the system that chews you up. At hosts who smile while twisting the knife. Pause. Heavy, electric. Corden doesn't respond immediately. The microphone picks up his swallowed dry, audible. Depp hovers over the table, eyes locked on Corden's. The audience is frozen, phones out, recording illicitly. Then, Corden speaks, soft, probing. Is this the truth you wanted to hide? Depp deflates slightly, sinking back into his chair. But the fire lingers. Hide? No. Survive. His voice cracks on the last word, vulnerability piercing through the rage. Another pause. Longer. The hum of the lights buzzes. A pen clicks in the control room, faint through the speakers. Depp looks away, toward the darkened audience, then back to the camera, straight into the lens, as if addressing the world. I didn't come here to relive it, he says, quieter now. But if this is what you want, know this, I'm done being the villain in someone else's script. Corden nods slowly, regaining footing. Strong words, Johnny. Depp doesn't reply. Just stares. The silence thickens again, oppressive. No applause, no laughs. The director's voice crackles in Corden's earpiece, inaudible to viewers, but his flinch gives it away. We're going to commercial, Corden says finally, voice strained. But Depp doesn't wait. He stands, yanks off his mic wire snapping taut before releasing. It thuds on the table. He walks off set, footsteps echoing in the stunned quiet. The camera follows him to the edge of the light, then cuts to black abruptly. Post-effect hits like a wave. The screen fades to the Loose Men logo, but the damage is done. In the green room, Corden sits alone, staring at his reflection in a monitor. His hands tremble slightly as he sips water. That escalated, he mutters to no one. Cut to social media frenzy. X lights up, clips circulating within minutes. Depp just exploded on Loose Men. Raw AF. Hashtags trend, hashtag DeppTruth, hashtag Loose Men scandal. Comments flood, finally, he said it. Corden pushed too far. Viral snippets of Depp stare into the camera loop endlessly. The world doesn't reset. Depp's car speeds away from the studio, paparazzi flashes igniting the night. Inside, he leans back, eyes closed, breath steadying. A text buzzes, his lawyer, you okay? He doesn't reply. Back in the studio, lights dim. Corden stands, tie loosened, facing the empty chair. The audience files out, whispering. One last shot, the spilled water on the desk, pooling under the harsh light. The show ended. But the echo, the raw, unfiltered glimpse behind the mask lingers. Truth, once unleashed, doesn't fade to black.